You can turn the switch on any day. Let's assume life is a game we play. No one's scared of falling when they sway. You can turn the switch on any day. Throw all the self-judgment out off the balcony. So what if he's got that and she's got that and you got no property? What does it even mean? They just lean, they wanna be seen. I'm not trying to be mean, but they just keen on some company. Yeah, and some company. You can turn the switch on any day. Let's assume life is a game we play. No one's scared of falling when they sway. You can turn the switch on any day. You can turn your switch on any day. Let's assume life is a game.
Hey, y'all, welcome back to the Loveless Marriage. My name is Carl Butler, and this is my wife,
Ebony Butler.
and we are the Loveless Marriage. Listen, real quick, we want y'all to subscribe. If you're watching us on YouTube, it's Butler Studios Network. On Facebook, the Loveless Marriage. And we just appreciate y'all for tuning in once again with us here on the Loveless Marriage.
And you can also catch us on Instagram as well. We know we have been off the scene, but we back with the gangsta lean. Ooh, Carl was like, you're so corny. But hey, we haven't been here in a long time, but it's good to be back, y'all.
Yeah, it's good to be back. So we're just going to jump right in. So recently, I've been on my relationship podcast, watching everybody.
Oh, God.
From the man of birds, woman of birds, whatever. But recently, there were two high-profile women having a conversation, having an interview. I believe one was a matchmaker and the other was in media.
Okay.
And so they were basically saying that there's not enough black men to meet black women at a certain level, at a high-value level. And so we just want to talk about that.
Oh,
and so,
Lord, help us today.
Yeah, so what came to mind for me is before you start with your income level, before you start saying there are not enough men to meet you at your income level, the question that came to mind was, are you a wife? So we're just going to jump right in right there because it's easy.
That? Who says that?
I say that.
Are you a wife?
That's who says that.
You want me to make $150,000 a year, but are you a wife?
I'm just saying, like
mercy.
before you start criticizing or judging other people about what they're not based off your income, let's start with the very basics. Were you raised to be what you want out of life? Were you raised to be a wife? That is a very good question. I was thinking about that the other day.
Were you raised to be a wife?
Yes. Were you raised to be a wife? And were you raised to be a husband? Were you raised to be what you want?
So what's the topic today then?
Let's go with, can you get what you want? Let's go with that.
Can you get what you want?
Can you get what you want? So, I don't know, where you want to jump in?
Go ahead. I'm going to let you talk. I'm going to let him talk because he about to talk himself into a rabbit hole. And I want you to light his Facebook page up. I want y'all to light this podcast up tonight because I'm just going to listen.
Listen.
I want to listen to his reasoning. Let's hear his reasoning, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters.
Okay, so I guess we can start here. I guess we can start that the first qualification that women often have is how much does he make? Like if somebody sets you up for a blind date, the man is going to ask, how does she look? The woman's going to ask, what does he do? Like, what does he do? How much does he make? Not
necessarily. We're going to ask what you look like. I'm going to ask what you look like. Because I got to look at you while I'm eating with you. So
I don't think that outweighs how much he make. He can be pretty and broke, and that's going to be a real short first date.
Yeah, you can be pretty and broke, but I still want to know other things about you as well, though. But I've never asked, how much does he make? I want to know, what do you look like? I don't know what kind of friends Carl has, but they not the kind of friends I have. I want to know first, okay, well, what does he look like? I would say, what does he look like? What does he do for a living? Do you think that we'll, what kind of connection or what kind of vibe we'll have together? I'm not asking, is he making six figures? Most people don't know if your friend makes six figures or not. And if they did, I would never disclose that about
but the
my
very
friend.
next thing you said after how does he look is what does he do? So
Yeah, what's he
it
do
is-
for a living? That's normal.
Well, it's normal for women, but as men, I don't think it's that high on our list. I mean, it's
So you telling me you don't care what I do for a living?
I did when we met. I didn't like, and that's the thing.
Lies.
Like for men, is how do you look? You know, the self attitude. Can I get along with her? I mean, it's such a long list for us before we get to how much money you make. And I think so many women, especially black women, their first qualifier for themselves is how much they make. Like they lead with their money, it seems like.
Well, no, I would say, honestly, growing up, I would say for me, being a young woman and my father has been in my life my whole life, I've seen my dad be a hardworking man. So my expectations of someone that I'm going to entertain, I want to, look, forgive me, I don't have my ring on. I just thought about that. It's been a busy day. We still together, praise God. But my expectations is that whoever I entertain, they have to be, you have to either be my father's status or surpass my father's status. So that is me as a person. I just want to know what I'm about to walk into. And I would think that a man, it should be as equal as well. I mean, no offense. Yes, some men have their fathers in the home and some men have their mothers in the home, but that should be something that I think that's at the forefront of any conversation is, to me, income. I think that's around out of 1 out of 5 questions. That's 1 out of 5 questions. That's on the top of the list. I would think that's normal.
I mean, I think it's at the top of the list for women. Again, it's at the top of the list for women, but for men, it's not necessarily at the top of our list because, you know, if...
Are you serious right now?
Yes, because okay, now, this doesn't go for all men. Let me tell you the men I'm talking about. If you were raised to be a provider, you really don't care what she does. I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's great if she's educated and, you know, has a great job, career, whatever.
Okay.
It's not like we just overlook it, but there are things that matter to us more than just how much money you make or are you a boss? Are you, you know, all this crazy stuff now.
So you wouldn't care if the woman made more than you?
No, because...
Are you sure?
Yes, because as a man, we would still live according to what I could provide. Because somebody told me that a long time ago. It's that, number one, as a man, you don't count on a woman. Like, you just don't. You don't count on how much your woman makes. Because, not trying to be funny, but... No, I'm serious. I'm serious. Not trying to be funny.
Go ahead.
But oftentimes, men are the more stable ones when it comes to work, or staying with one job or whatever. So, and we're out front to be the provider. So why should I lean on how much you make, even if you made a high 6 figures? We would still live off how much I could provide because I never want to count on my woman, my wife, having to step up and pay the majority of the bills. That's just...
So, okay, now I think you done crossed over to some murky waters right now because, so say, just hypothetically speaking, so say like if I make $20,000 more than you and you expect me to, like, say like, okay, I'm just throwing it out there. Say like if I want a... So I'm making, let me see, $80,000 a year. That's about a $300,000 home. I would say $300,000 home safely. If I had my phone, I would Google it. You know, my debt to income ratio, because you have to keep that in mind. I know how to do the math on this. My debt to income ratio was my car payment and my student loan, which would be maybe about $500. And say your income is $20,000 less, but I want this particular house. So I have to then lower maybe what we can possibly afford in purchasing a home just based off of your income. If I'm okay with, you know what, we are married and certain things, hey, I'm here, I can help sow into this relationship.
Yeah, I mean, it's
You just said it, so yeah. Like, no, I don't think that, I don't know. I think I kind of have a problem with that.
But see,
To be honest.
in today's time, most women do have a problem with that.
It's not like
And-
a horrible problem, but if I want a house that's $300,000, and if I'm saying, okay, babe, I know you may make, you can cover the majority, but if you say, hey, well, babe, I need $250,000, I don't mind giving you $250,000. I don't mind giving you $250 extra a month. Praise God.
But see, that's the thing. And from a financial standpoint, so my background is I have a bachelor's in finance and accounting. So, and one of my mentors told me this years ago, is that whatever house you're in, it shouldn't be too much to where it takes two people to pay that mortgage and the household bills.
I understand that. I've
And
heard
so-
that too. I've heard that.
And so I think so many people stretch themselves thin because they say, oh, together we can afford $350,000 for a house. Well, together, if you can afford $350,000, you should probably only be looking in that $200,000 range, because if, God forbid,
Lord Jesus.
when the pandemic hit,
Uh-huh.
so many people lost their jobs, and it was based off both of their income making it, and so many people fell behind because they were counting on each other. But like, okay, I'm just explaining it.
I think he's reaching on this one.
How am I reaching? I mean,
y'all tell. I mean,
what
I
I said- what I
understand
said
the
makes
concept
sense.
and the theory of what you're saying. I understand it from a financial perspective. I get it.
And not only financial perspective, but if we're Christians and we go by that model, Adam had the garden before Eve even came. She was a helpmeet.
I understand. So I'm here to help you. I'm here to give you
Yes.
$250 every month. Praise God.
But-
so that we can live in the house I would like for us to live in.
But I have to have my own garden.
Okay,
Like,
you
I
got
have
your own
to-
garden. You going to work?
You have to, but see,
See,
it's simple, and
it is simple.
and that's the thing.
Except my helpmeetness.
But see, you're looking at it as helpmeet, but if you're out fronting the majority, that's not helpmeet. That's
I didn't
leading.
say that. I didn't say that. I said, again, you missed what I said. I said, if you say, I'm responsible for majority of the mortgage, babe, I just need, in order for this to work, in order for us to afford this house, I will just need you every month to contribute $250. That's not me paying majority. That's me being a helpmeet. I'm assisting you. And if I'm your wife, and I know that this is something that we both mutually want, I'm not going to get an attitude, because we're both getting what we want out of the situation. So I think, again, you talk about, can you get what you want? I think you have, as a man, you have to know what type of woman that God has sent you to help you continue to till the garden. Because again, like you said, if you want to take it to biblical, swing open that door. Yes, God gave Eve to Adam so she can assist him in the garden. So let me assist you in the garden. Let me help you water the flowers. Let me help you pick apples off the tree. Let me help you. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you.
Again, you can help, but
And again, you're covering majority, so what's the big deal?
like I said,
It's nothing.
it's based off of what he can do. So when Eve got there, the garden was complete.
I understand.
And so Eve didn't have to contribute to the building of the garden. It was already done.
She had to help.
She helped with what was already there. And see,
Okay.
and I think so many times that's why so many relationships fail, is because of this 50-50 mindset, or we're partners, or you come in to help, but it's actually leading.
I think again, like I said, I think it's all dependent upon the man's mindset. Some of it,
If
and
he has a man's
I'm
mindset.
gonna say
He
this.
has a man's
I'll say
mindset.
this, and I'll probably take some blows from the brother, but I think it also has to do somewhat of. I'm fine with the man leading. I'm okay with that, but I think sometimes his ego may get in the way of it. I think that some men are offended if their wife has to assist them. I don't think it makes them less of a man if I'm helping you. But if so what do you want me to, if I'm your helpmeet, what do you want me to help you with?
No.
Are you giving me a job description? You can only help me in these areas of my life.
But see,
Wait a
minute. I'm not going that far.
Oh,
All I'm
okay.
saying is,
I can't give you $250 so I can get a nicer house.
if I if I can't afford 250 by myself, we're not doing it because
Why?
you're setting yourself up again from a financial standpoint. You have to be able to live off one person's income if push comes to shove.
Well, I think most of America, then we all shooting ourselves in the foot.
We are, and that's the reason we're living paycheck to paycheck. That's the reason why if God forbid one party was to get sick, we couldn't survive more than 4 weeks. And so I think that we spend ourselves and spend ourselves and spend ourselves. But as a man, you have to look at it and say, I'm not going to go off of what I'm not going to solely go off just what she wants. I'm going to go off of what the family needs. And I'm not
Okay.
going to ever put my family in a position where I'm always heavily relying. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with helping, but I'm not going to always heavily rely off of my wife's income. And so I think that's just the kind of simple thing. But kind of going back to what we started out talking about, I think so many people, and I guess it kind of fits in because so many people weren't raised to be a husband. Now, imagine a young boy not being raised with a man with a husband mindset, seeing a man in the house. Now, I'm not saying women can't do a great job, but
Right.
all I'm saying is it takes a man, to raise a boy. Now,
I
imagine
understand that.
if he doesn't see that example, he has no idea what a husband is. As a matter of fact, he's used to a woman providing because he sees that from his single mother. And so he thinks it's normal for a woman to have to provide for the entire household. And I kind of think that looking at it from that aspect, he's already failed in what he wants. He can't grow up and say, women ain't this, women ain't that. Because you wasn't raised to be a husband, so you don't even know how to identify a wife.
I would say to me, I think I disagree with you on that. I think that you are very tightly categorizing. I think that it would help a young man to see, hey, you know what? I've seen my mom struggle, maybe with not having a father in the home. I've seen my mom lack maybe in A, B, C, D, E, F, G areas. So thus. And I would say not all young men, but thus, when I am in a position as a man, and if I do, have a girlfriend or a wife, I'm going to make sure I never put her in that same position of my mom. I would say that to me, to tell another young man that you're not in a position to be, to look for, I guess, a wife material in a woman, or I don't agree with you saying that. I think it disrespects the value of what he has seen and what has been instilled in him, because you don't know what work ethic that his mom may have had. You don't know, his mom may have worked 2 jobs. Yes, she had to support her family. She may have a PhD. I mean, she may be killing the game, but to tell him that you're not qualified, I disagree with you on that one.
Well, number one, I'm speaking in general. So
I'm saying in general, I don't agree with you.
I understand there are always exceptions to the
Yeah,
rule.
but I just say
I
think we need to be careful with that.
But I think the reason why, we get in trouble so often is that we use the exception to the rule as the general. But in general, if a young man never sees a man stepping up in the household, he's not going to know how to be a husband and a father. And we see that in our society, especially with black people. We see how many kids are born to a single parent. Because if you keep repeating the cycle, single parent, single parent, single parent, you always have those few young men that's going to look and say, you know what, my mom struggled, I'm not going to let that happen. But they are few and far in between. In general, they're going to repeat the same cycle they've already seen, because you have to have a man teaching a boy. Just like I'm not qualified to raise my daughter by myself. Men can admit that. Men can honestly admit and say, I cannot help my daughter go through preteen, teenager, the change of life, whatever.
That's right, you can't.
We're not qualified for that. So why is it so offensive to say to say that women are not qualified to help their son become it takes a man
I understand. No, I'm
to
not.
show
I'm not
him how to be a husband and a father.
I'm not disagreeing with that, but I said, don't discount what the woman don't discount maybe what he has seen from his mom. Don't discount what.
I ain't gonna go there. 'Cause I'm like, what has he seen?
Lordy
from his mom?
Jesus, and again, just because you've had a man in your life too, since you want to go there, we're gonna do that. Just because you've had a man in your life does not mean you've also seen the right positive influences as well. So
true.
I mean, so we can't just be like, okay, no offense, give it to daddy. Daddy's the end all to be all. No, because your daddy might be a little trash. No disrespect, but your dad may have some major character flaws that the mom may be not flawed in those areas. So I think we just need to tread. I think we need to tread lightly. I think
somebody need to tell the truth. Yeah, I understand treading lightly, but again, if chances are if there's a man in the house, yes, he may pick up some of his dad's bad habits, but in general, he has a man raising him. Again, we're talking in general, not the exception to the rules. There are some young men who gonna grow up with a dad in the house, and they're gonna be worse. Like
absolutely
because of what they see their dad doing.
Absolutely.
But as a whole, and numbers show it, a young man or just kids, that's just kids that are raised in a 2-parent household where they see both examples, they do better in life. They just
understand.
And so
But I'm just saying, don't diminish the single mom's role.
No, I'm not.
Because
I'm not diminishing it, but
I'm just saying, just.
Oh, I forgot you. Might be a little
See, he about to go. No, but I'm saying it's different. And again, since we talking about this, we're probably gonna talk about 50 different things tonight. But no, I'm saying it's totally different. If you've never been put in a situation where you have to be a single mom or you have to be a single dad, it's hard to speak on a world that that is unfamiliar territory. Okay. You know, you've been you was blessed to. You know, you were married, then you got divorced. You had no children. That's wonderful because some people don't make it out like that. So,
but see, even okay, so just even saying that, okay,
what?
And let's just bring it back to what we're talking about. I was raised to be a husband.
Right.
Me being raised to be a husband by my father.
Right.
He taught me don't have no kids until you're married, and my mom too.
I understand. Mine did the same thing.
So when you say that, you made it out of that, no, I didn't make it out of that. It was a conscious decision every time. No, I'm just saying.
Okay, go ahead.
It was a conscious decision every time I was with someone and always been saved. And it was a conscious decision.
Even when he was saved.
Even when I was saved.
I'm teasing.
And so it was always a conscious decision that I had protection every time. Listen.
We all have had moments there has been oopses that have arisen. Don't act like yes, sometimes
I've never been in the moment. Like,
use a whole lie.
It's like, oh, this feels so good. I'm not gonna use protection. No,
use a whole lie. I need somebody to type on the bottom screen. You is a whole lie.
Now watch this.
Type it right now.
Now watch this.
We all have. What?
Did I have any kids outside of marriage?
That just means God gave you grace.
No.
He just covered your friend.
God ain't got nothing to do with it. No.
He covered you.
Hold on.
Type I'm covered.
No. Yeah, type I'm covered because I covered myself. How about that? Type I'm covered because Type I'm covered because I covered myself. God ain't had nothing to do with that. God wasn't gonna come down and wrap up my friend for me.
Oh.
No.
Lordy.
You make a decision every time you choose to do something.
Okay.
I honestly believe don't have sex with someone you don't want to have a child with. I mean, there's protection, all that good stuff, but you have to make a conscious decision, and that goes into being raised to be what you want. Like,
okay, so you got it. Well, you telling people that
we ain't gonna need to say.
No, I was about to say.
We ain't gonna say.
You ain't gonna say. No,
God covered me.
I'm gonna want to say. What, I can.
God gave me wisdom.
God blocked it. So you better say. You know what? Tell the young men and the young women. Talking about how you raised. Well, your parents didn't raise you to be a hoe. So you can tell that to the women and the men.
Okay.
Teach you to sleep around.
Okay.
But some of us have fallen into diverse temptations. I'll just leave it. I'll leave it like that.
No, listen, that's fine.
And I'll be honest about it.
Listen, I'm not judging who you done been with. All I'm saying is, in that moment, use protection. It's not hard. Like,
I agree. I agree. You should use protection, but there
hard.
are moments. Some
There ain't
people
no
have
moments.
gotten caught up in the moment. I'll just say that people have gotten caught up in the moment.
No, that's called lack
Here
of
we
self-discipline.
go. Here we
no,
go.
it is. It's
oh
called
Lord.
lack.
Okay.
Okay. Nah. Anyway, going back to the conversation. You know, it's just
Let me drink on that. Go ahead.
This whole thing of, I guess, and of course I'm speaking on it from a man's point of view. This whole thing of women qualifying men, whether or not they're husbands, but you have to first ask yourself, are you a wife? Now, one of the young ladies, she was on another show with Kevin Samuels, and
Oh Lord, don't.
and they was talking.
Stay tuned in. Don't just because you hear his name, don't tune out.
And they was talking, and she said, I could have got married when I was younger. She was engaged in her 20s.
Okay.
And she said, but I chose my career over being a wife.
Okay.
Cool. Listen,
That's cool for her.
I'm not judging your decision.
Right.
But every decision has a consequence. Now that she's in her mid 40s, and now she's trying to find a husband
What
when
you
she
laughing
already
for? What's
when
funny
she-
about that?
When she already had somebody who wanted to marry her. Now she's out here talking about ain't no man on my level.
I don't think
You
that still.
rejected
I
the
don't think it
man.
still disqualifies her to find someone.
No.
It may be a little harder, but I don't think
and
it. I
that's
don't
what
think it
I'm saying.
disqualifies her though.
Okay, check this out.
What up?
Only in their lifetime, and we're black, so we can speak on this.
And we're black.
Yeah, we can speak on this.
We're black.
In their lifetime, only 1 in 4 black women will ever get married. 25%. I think the men are at like 33% or something like that. But black women are the last to be married.
Wow.
And part of that reason is exactly because of what she said. She was engaged.
I need you to throw some statistics up. I need this.
Trust me, they're
I
coming.
need this to be fact
Trust me, they're
checked.
coming.
Fact check.
So she rejected a qualified man in her 20s because her career meant more to her.
Okay, and maybe again, she made a choice based off of the information that her young little tenderoni 20-year-old mind had at that time.
Cool. But now that you're 40, in your mid 40s, you can't demand the same type of man because he has more at that level. A man who's in his 40s making 6 figures, you know, he's at the top of his game. He's built it. He can choose whoever he wants. So now,
she can too.
No, she can't because women don't control access to marriage. Women can't control a
Look,
man saying,
nowadays,
"I
yes,
want
they
to be
can,
with you."
because they be getting on their knees proposing to men, which I think is foolery.
And it's embarrassing, and that's exactly my point.
I think it's foolery.
Women have found out I cannot control what age I'm gonna get married at, and so now they're proposing. You know why?
Crazy.
Because most of them had good qualified men, but because they weren't prepared to be a wife, now later in life they're judging men.
They're trying to rush the process by asking their partner to marry them.
Yes,
maybe
and it's embarrassing.
Maybe they tired. Maybe they tired of being a girlfriend, and they want that wifey status.
Let me hit you with this. Maybe all they're qualified to be is a girlfriend. Every woman ain't a wife.
Okay, so
every man ain't a husband.
So
men can admit that. Every man ain't a husband. And so, but we don't turn around. Well, in general, we don't turn around and blame women like ain't no good. No, there are good women out here, and men to tell you, ain't crap. I ain't getting married.
So
There's too many women out here. I'm just not doing it. We don't blame women, but it seems like women turn around and blame us.
I don't think so. I think there are.
I think in general, we don't blame women.
I think y'all do blame us sometimes.
But women, these same 2 women, they'll never have a conversation and ask, "Am I a wife? Do I move?" Our 14-year-old daughter.
My daughter's 15.
15.
Put some respect on that.
She was 14 at the time when this happened. So our 15-year-old daughter, she saw one of these influencers online, and she said out of her own mouth, she dresses like a single woman. Wasn't that what she said? She said she looks like. Listen,
Lord,
men can identify wives.
So what does a wife dress like? Because again,
No,
every man. I'm just saying. I
No.
mean, I mean, I understand what my daughter was saying in the context of when she saw the
How she
picture,
carried
how she
herself.
carried herself.
Yeah.
But okay, so what? And again, I think, oh God, this topic is so touchy because
It's not touchy.
It is touchy because
People just
because,
afraid to speak on it.
No, I think it is touchy because what one person may deem, okay, well, this is what a wife wears and this is what a single woman. I mean, no offense, there were certain things. I will take this back. I'll say this, yes, when I was single, when we went to one of my cousin, she just had her birthday party, there was a little cute little romper I had on. Now, if I was married, would I have worn that? Probably not. But
Why not?
I was single.
No, but why wouldn't you have worn it?
Because I had a husband, and
No.
it was short, but it was cute though. Look, can we post a photo?
But see,
But
listen,
no, but I wasn't. But when I put it on, I was like, okay, this is a rooftop party. I'm going to have fun, and I'm gonna look cute.
okay,
I don't know who's gonna be there. I want to be popping.
that's right.
I want to be popping.
And
I want to
you-
be noticed.
And you dressed as if you were single to be noticed, right?
Praise God, yes, I did.
But you said if you was married, you
I said
wouldn't
I
have
don't know
worn
if
that.
I said I don't know if I would have worn that.
You wouldn't have. I mean,
Black people in today.
listen.
Black
All
folks
I'm
today.
saying is, it's not just how you dress; it's how you carry yourself. A lot of you can't listen. And I
If you
don't.
say listen one more time, I'm tired of listening.
I'm the type. I don't care about what people say. So not you. I'm just saying like what I'm getting ready to what I'm getting ready to say. But you can't carry yourself as you're single and then turn around and say men ain't this, men ain't that, because what you're putting out there. When I saw you the first time, I said she's a wife. I went back and watched the interview that I filmed for someone, and he said in high school he looked at how his now wife was interacting with another guy, and he said she's moving like a wife. It's just something in men that we know.
And again,
it's just something in men.
But every man is different.
No,
so what
every
you may
man is
see,
different.
But I will say this: what you may have saw in me, another man may have seen me and say, "Oh, she's just a girlfriend." Oh, and the hush falls over the crowd.
You know
And
why?
the hush
Because
falls- no, I'm serious.
Because what I'm
being
about to
serious.
say,
What you about to say?
I don't think women can handle.
Say it.
We know, we
Say it with
so
your throat. Say it with your throat.
we can date a woman and know if she's a wife. She may not be our wife, but we know the ones to mess over. We know the ones we can't play with. Men know the ones we cannot play with because she may not be our wife, but she carries herself in such a way
Okay.
that we can't take advantage of her as if she's just some random chick. And so,
So when you met me, you knew you couldn't take advantage of me because I wasn't no random chick. I'm asking a question. Don't be trying to don't switch the camera
So-
angles now, brother. Answer the question.
listen, all I'm saying is,
No, I'm being serious
Yeah,
because
yeah,
again,
because-
again, what you may deem, what one man, like you said, what one man may deem wifey, another man may deem girlfriend. So no offense, and I would just say this being a woman. So look, we're gonna have fun tonight. As a woman, and I know I'm gonna get some comments. We get thrown at us 50 million things of what we gotta look like, what we gotta dress like, what we can't, what our hair can be look like, what our body shape can be like, if our toes gotta be done, if our toes shouldn't be done, if my hair can be natural, if I wear a weave, if my skirt is too tight, if my skirt is too short, if my skirt is we are overly inundated of what we have to look like. You don't hear nothing
go ahead and say it,
about
'cause
what
I'm
y'all
about-
jokers got to look like or what y'all got to bring to
I'm
the
about to
table.
disqualify
So
all
no,
that.
because no, let me just say this, and I know I'm gonna get some comments. Y'all could be, we got to look like a freaking, and if y'all never been to this restaurant, y'all go. It's gonna bless you. Called Fleming's. We got to look like the piece of nice, moistened, flavorful, seasoned steak. But some of y'all can look like Who Shot John and what's the little cheap little what's the little y'all men can look like cube steak and it'd be like, oh, we'll take you. But we got to look like the best piece of meat out there on the street. I don't understand that. And I
You want me to explain it?
No.
I'm waiting on
But no,
this.
I'm
I'm
being
waiting on this
honest.
one.
No, I
I'ma
think
explain
that
it.
sucks
I'ma
for
explain
women.
it.
Y'all can look like trash, and we got to look like dime pieces. Like, no, y'all, ooh, I can't say that N-word on camera because Facebook might edit it. Y'all got to step it up too. Y'all got to come correct too.
Now,
praise God.
Now check this out.
Check it out. What you got to say?
Check this out.
Check it out. I'm gonna check it in. What?
All men know this.
All men know this.
You know why you gotta look your A game?
Oh, Father God.
Because we do the choosing. You don't do the choosing.
I understand, but I got to desire you as well. I need to look upon you and desire you as well.
Drop a single man in the
swear to
midst of a
God.
bunch of single women.
Swear to the Lord.
He may not be the best looking, but if that man got a women
Okay,
just decide he got a job. Women be like, you got a job? You keep on living.
I was about to say the N-word. I can't say it on camera, Lord. Just because you got a job don't mean we still need to be attracted to you as well. And I hate that. So yeah, we're going to go there tonight. We have to have fun. I hate why you men always, I'm going to say you men because you're a man. So I'm going to say that why it always has to be, well, we're visual creatures as if we are not visual as well. Like,
listen,
we look too.
Nobody has said that.
The Bible says we would have tasted and see too.
You stripped out of context already. No,
I am.
listen.
I'm having fun.
Listen.
But no, it does work both ways.
Listen.
And I just wish it would be respected as it.
Listen.
I'm listening. I'm tired of listening. What?
It's a double standard. Cool.
Absolute. Thank you.
But-
I just wanted to be said. It's a double
But
standard.
since you want to bring the Bible in,
I just want to.
he that finds in other words, when I find you, I have to see
When I find you.
as presentable. I have to see you as how you carry yourself. That's why women have to have their A game. That's why when you walk around in public with them bonnets, some rollers in your head, like a husband may see you, but you
Okay.
have disqualified yourself from potentially becoming a wife because
I give
we
you
do
that.
the choosing.
Let me take my head off my head.
And let me just say this: women are worse. I've always
Worse about what?
I've always had female friends. Women judge men on stuff we cannot control.
Such
They
as
judge
what?
height. Number one, height.
Oh, Father
If
God.
a man in general,
He can't
women
even say it
want
right.
6
He can't even
foot
say it.
and 6-pack. Like, look,
Not all women.
women judge men on things we cannot control.
Okay, so
You can control your hair.
No, because
you control all that stuff.
Just as we can control some things, you all can control that too. We can't control height because some
Don't care.
you don't care. Okay, but you just said 6-pack. Oh, y'all
Yeah,
real
for
big.
us.
Y'all
Yeah,
real
for
big
us.
on the body shapers. Y'all be shaming. Y'all big. Oh, I don't want a thick sister, or she too thick, or she too skinny. I mean, growing up, no offense, when I all my life and look, we having fun tonight. All my life, I. What you, nigga? I'm not reaching. Ooh, I said, ooh, sorry, Facebook.
You're reaching.
I'm not reaching. No, but even with that, Carl, come on now. You cannot wait. Yeah, there are some things that y'all can control as well. I will say that. And don't make us and don't shame us and don't shame us for putting on some foundational garment pieces to smooth out our outfit. So we want to look presentable. So we want to look tight and right. Don't shame us because they make foundational garments now for men too. Don't trip. I've seen them online. Amazon.com. Don't play. Google it because they make girdles for men too. Like that Beijing hairline. I'm just going to go there. Y'all talk trash about us. I'm going to talk trash about y'all.
Y'all do it anyway.
We know y'all's hair ain't jet black, okay?
Y'all do it anyway.
But I'm just saying, no, but we have to endure the shame and the critique.
Women are harsher with the critique of men.
Lies.
If you've ever been in a group of women, and I've been in a group of women, and a nice looking brother walked by.
I'm about to drink this.
In a nice looking, one woman gonna say, "Oh, he look nice, but girl, look at his shoes. He don't know how to dress. He need a haircut. Look at He's only 5'7". He better not come on here and try to talk to us." Like, that's why you laughing, because women are much
First
harsher.
of all, your shoes might need some new shoes. I look at your shoes. I look at your feet.
Women are much harsher
at your
than men.
hands.
Like,
I'm weird. You gotta have nice looking hands. I'm weird.
we accept it.
I'm okay.
Men know when
I have
we
a thing
approach
about
you,
hands.
we ain't gonna see you until months later. We ain't gonna see you with the wig off, without the makeup,
'cause
without
I'ma
the
let you see
eyelashes,
it. I'ma let you
without
see
the
it.
contouring, without the body shaper. Like,
I don't know how to contour. I wish somebody teach me.
men
how
are
to
not gonna
contour.
see
I
the
don't know how to
real
do all
you
that.
for months. But
No, you
see us.
I would say
You
like
see
this.
us as
I
soon as
think
we walk up.
I think I would say yes and no to that. I think, to me, and I think any guy I've talked to, I Actually, matter of fact, I was talking to a guy before, and he did ask me. He said, "What do you look like without your makeup?" And I was like, "That's fine." At first, I was like, "Oh, that's weird," but he was like, "Because I have been bamboozled." So I'm like, "Okay." He asked me. He said, "Can I see what you look like without your makeup?" That's fine. I'm okay. If you like me without it, then you do, and if you don't, then whatever.
Anyway, can you get what you want?
You can.
Are you what you're looking for? Pretty much, because the law of attraction will attract. We'll attract who we are.
Okay, so that means if I make a six figure, that means my husband, I'm attracting a 6-figure man. Then that's what you're saying.
See,
he just said.
No, listen.
You are.
I just said
the law of attraction.
I just said you attract who you are, and the first place you went is to money.
Because that's what you said.
We're not talking about.
No. You just said, you just led with money when we first started. You said.
How many other things have we talked about?
No, you did say no. You did say when we talked about it. You said women want a man making 6 figures. You said that when we began the podcast in the beginning.
Okay. Anyway,
I can't win. I can't win.
Can you attract what you want? Are you the you're looking for?
I just say it like this. I just think people in general now. Look, as my sermon comes to a close, amen. I said, I'm closing the sermon. I said it 12 times. It's like, no, I'm joking. No, I just think you just, honestly, women and men both need to be realistic with their expectations. I'll just say that.
And I'll say, I think men are more realistic with our expectations. We know we can see a woman and say, she's out of my league. Or we can see a woman and say, I ain't gonna get her.
Okay, why?
But sometimes,
why?
Because we're realistic, and that's why we get the results I like that we get. We're very realistic.
So you think that we see a man?
Women,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Lizzo looked at Chris Hemsworth and said, "I can get him," and tried to holler at him. He was like, "No, I'm good." Like, no, you're unrealistic. Come on, man. You can't. You have to know your league.
Okay,
you gotta know what you qualify for.
Okay, qualify. Lord,
what you qualify?
This is like some cattle. We standing on the chopping block, like, oh, you a fine cut of meat. You not.
Men can accept that though.
Okay.
Men can accept.
So what? Where's the sheet that tells me, okay, that I'm qualified to only talk to this set of men?
Common sense.
And I can't talk to this kind of.
It's common sense, man.
What?
It's common
Where?
Sense. It's common sense. It's common sense.
So you wouldn't try to talk to a woman that made 6 figures?
It's not about money with us.
I'm just asking.
Because whether I make 50,000, whether I make 100,000, her money doesn't mean as much to men as it means to women. So yes, you got some successful women whose boyfriends are dropping them off at work in their car. You know why? Your money don't mean nothing to us. Okay. We qualify things like.
Okay, so what y'all qualifying? Let me try to qualify.
It's just different for us.
I'm asking questions for a friend. I got friends out there that
for men first is looks, then can we get along? Can she get along with me?
They so shallow. I'm just teasing. I'm teasing.
I mean, the first thing that draws your attention is how a person looks.
I want the top 5. I want to hear it. Hit it.
I don't know top 5.
Come on, now, you a man? Okay, so I gotta be the top of the steak dinner. What else? Can we get along?
Just look good. Can we get along?
So just look good and can we get along? And then you'll just take me.
Listen.
I'm tired of listening. I need some answers.
If there's any men in the comments, can you please confirm? I know most of the women watch this, but
tag
do you look good?
Tag your uncles.
Do you look good?
Tag the pastor.
Can you get along? Not be argumentative, not be mean. Are you nice? Matter of fact, nice? I think we're going to put that right up on the look. Are you nice? Look nice? Good, nice. Can we get along?
Shoot.
Do you know how to let a man lead?
Okay.
Are you too much of a man yourself that you just have to lead?
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I got right now.
That's all.
It's simple. Men are simple. We're not as complicated as people make us. But
as people,
going back to the opening conversation as we get ready to wrap up. I just think that it's kind of unfair for women to sit around and judge men off income and all this other stuff, when chances are you've had qualified men that you overlook because of their money, not because of their character, not because of their integrity, not because they may have been a great father, great husband, but just because of their money. That's the number one disqualifier for women, and I think that's why only 1 in 4 black women would get married in their life, because I think black women focus on that more than anything for whatever reason.
I don't know if I should tell him to put his head on my shoulder so he can cry it out, and I'll just.
I'm good. I got a great relationship with my mom. Like, I got a sister. I got a wife. I got 5 daughters.
I'm last.
Like,
Look,
I'm good.
Look, that's a shame. See,
I
that's
said-
the problem. He named his mama.
No,
he named his sister.
because that's the first thing people say.
He
People
named
say,
his auntie, and I'm the wife. I'm number 4. It's like,
So-
nah, I love all of those people that I've named. So
The first thing people say is, "What your mama do to you?" I'm like, "No, I love me and my mama good, me and my sister good, me and my wife. I got 5 daughters. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm good."
no, I love my mama and my sister-in-law and all his aunties. Those my girls.
yeah.
I love them for real, for real.
Okay, we appreciate y'all for tuning in to the Loveless Marriage. Once again, follow us on YouTube, Butler Studios Network, Facebook, Instagram, the Loveless Marriage. We'll see y'all next time here on the Loveless Marriage.
Ain't no more next time.
And I appreciate
I
y'all.
quit.
I appreciate y'all. Everybody might not appreciate y'all.
I quit.
They call camera. I appreciate y'all. So, yeah, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Until next time, we'll see y'all again.
Bye, y'all.
You can turn the switch on any day. Let's assume life is a game we play. No one's scared of falling when they sway. You can turn the switch on any day. Throw all the self-judgment out of the balcony. So what if he's got that and she's got that and you got no property? What does it even mean? They just lean, they wanna be seen. I'm not trying to be mean, but they just keen on some company. Yeah, and some company. You can turn the switch